My new album is called Traveller's Joy, which is simply the Scots word for traveller's joy, and it's named after a poem written by Helen Fullerton, who was a Scots poet, and it was turned into a song or put to music by some fantastic singers called Alison McMorland and Geordie McIntyre. I chose to name the album after the song Traveller's Joy because we have a bit of a travelling theme running through the album. The material which we recorded is very much gathered together and written whilst I was touring and travelling throughout 2010. Performing on the album we have some fantastic musicians. My favourite fiddle player of all time, Stuart Duncan from Nashville, who we were really happy to invite to play, and he said yes. So he's on there playing fiddle and mandolin, and also a good pal of ours called Alan Doherty, who plays whistles and flutes. And Alan toured with us about 5 years ago. He did a few tours with us, and so it's been fantastic to invite him back and capture his great playing on this recording. We also have James Fagan from Australia playing a bit of bouzouki, and a fantastic percussionist called Signe Jakobsdottir, alongside my regular touring band Duncan Lyle on double bass and Jamie McLennan on guitar. The traditional songs on the album are songs that I've either researched from my old songbooks, and in particular I've recorded a version of the ballad The Elfin Knight called Sweet Lover of Mine and given it a new tune. I've also recorded a version of Gypsy Davy, which is the well-known ballad Gypsy Laddies or Gypsy Rover. And this version I learnt from an American singer called Tim Erickson. And our arrangement, we started off just as we did with many of the songs, just with guitar and vocal, myself and Jamie. And it's really turned into quite a big track. I've written 4 songs on Traveller's Joy. My songwriting for this album, I guess, is coming from a more personal point of view than before, and the most personal of those songs is probably Dreams and Lullabies. We could fly tonight. You and I, we could... My other songs have been written mostly overseas. Butterfly was written at a fantastic wee festival in Canada where we've played many times. And it was just really inspired by a really sunny afternoon, lots of butterflies flying around, and I was looking out to the horizon of Lake Huron and thinking about folk back home in rainy Scotland. And butterflies fall, and I think of you all today. The melody for Still We Dance On came to me just literally just before I went on stage at Valencia Creek Hall in basically the middle of nowhere, Australia, and I was just warming up with my accordion, and the tune for that came into my head, and I had to quickly sing it into my phone so that I didn't forget it before we went on to start the gig. And then that melody turned into a song when I came back home to Scotland a few months later, and just kind of inspired by a lot of observations. When you're touring a lot, you have time to reflect on things and to people watch and just observe a lot, so that's what that song came out of. Take You Home has a bit of a bluegrass feel to it, and I started this one on Hyams Beach in Australia, where we spent a beautiful day off, and again it reflects the travelling feel. It's a bit of a love song, but basically about taking someone home. I'll swim the ocean blue, dive the sea so deep, to claim a pearl for you, a token for to keep, a token of my love, a place to store up all your wishes and whisper to the doves until I come home to you. I had the honour of opening for the wonderful Richard Thompson last year, and a few months after that he invited me to perform at Meltdown Festival in London during his year as curator. And just those 2 occasions really inspired me to think about all the fantastic songs that he's written and I chose to record his song Waltzings for Dreamers.
Oh, just let me sway while the sweet violins and the saxophones play.
Somewhere Along the Road is a song which I learned about 5 years ago actually, and gigged it quite a lot at live shows. And written by Rick Kemp, I'd kind of forgotten about it until during the summer there I was asked to perform on BBC Songs of Praise. And their 3 episodes they were filming in Scotland were all themed along journeys, and so I was asked to put songs forward for that, and Somewhere Along the Road really came to mind as a perfect choice. And so, having rearranged it and performed it on the TV show, we thought it should also be included on the album. The album was produced by Jamie McLennan, and Jamie and I have worked together for almost 10 years now, since he moved to Scotland from New Zealand. He's been in my band since the beginning, playing fiddle and whistle, and is now full-time guitarist. And we're both really pleased with the way this album came together. We recorded it at our home studio in Dumfriesshire in the southwest of Scotland, and I think that makes all the difference to being comfortable in your surroundings, and home means a lot to me, having somewhere to call home, but also very much looking forward to getting back on the road and touring Traiveller's Joy.